Welcome to a very special lesson I want to take you through about how to draw histogram on an Excel. And I found this helpful or exciting. Maybe you also will. I hope it will be easy. You'll find it simple and lovely. And so let's begin. First and foremost, you need to have data like the one that's on your screen there. We have UTCL standing for aperture class limit and frequency density. The aperture class limit shows us the classes we're going to have on the x-axis: 8 to 9, 9 to 11, 11 to 13, 13 to 16, 16 to 20, 20 to 21. Again, the frequency density gives us the heights of the particular classes. Like the first class will have a height of 20, the second one will have a height of 30, 40, 10, 5, and 10. And so that's the data we are using to develop a histogram using Excel. So the first thing I want us to do is we prepare a table of this nature here. And I need to explain a few things about the table. Let me call it a square table because we have the aperture class limits recorded on the top there, including the dummy. Maybe let me pick my laser. Yes, we have the aperture class limits recorded up there, including the dummy. We also have the same figures written here, although in a different way. And I'm going to show you what how they arranged that particular way, but just ensure that you observe that well. Again, we have the 0, 20, 20, 0. This 20 and 20 is the class, the height of the first class, 8 to 9. This 30 is the height of the second class, and that's the class from 9 to 11, all the way up to the 10 is the height of the last class, the class from 20 to 21. But maybe to explain what or how this table is developed and why it is done that way, let's consider this. We have a set of axes for which we want to draw a simplified histogram with a single bar. Say the bar starts from 8 to 9, that's the width, and the height is 20. And so therefore these are the coordinates of the corners of the bars. You see, it's a rectangle. We have this point, that point, that point, and all that. So this is the bar that we want to develop in a very simplified histogram. So the coordinates of this point is 8, 0. The coordinates of these other point here is 8, 20. The next one, the coordinate of that point there is 9, 20, and the last one is 9, 9, 0. These are these four coordinates of this point, that one, and the last one there are the ones represented by this part of the table, this part of the table here. And let me explain. As you form this table, you need to have a coordinate of the first corner of the first bar, 8, 0. 8 on the x-axis, 0 also on the x. 8 is the coordinate of the x-axis, 0 is the coordinate of the y coordinate. Again, 8, 20 is the coordinate here. That is 8 is again the x coordinate and 20 is the y coordinate of this particular point, giving us height. And now next there is 9, 20, which is the 9 is the x coordinate, 20 is the y coordinate, and that takes us down again from that point to 9, 0, which is 9, 0 as it is seen there. And therefore the values in this table are developed such that we have coordinates of every single bar. The 8, 0, 8, 20, 9, 20, 9, 0 are the coordinates of the first bar, 8, 0, 8, 20, 9, 20, and 9, 0. The second bar is 9, 0, 9, 30, 11, 30, 11, 0. And the reason we are developing it that way is simply because in histogram the bars do not have the same width, and therefore it's normally represented this way, so that when you just click insert, it will draw bars which have different widths because the widths are defined by these particular coordinates. So therefore ensure your diagram looks like that. One more trick as you do that is this. Maybe to just remember how this thing is done, you need to have your classes, aperture class limits represented up there. Include the dummy. All the values in the dummy are 0 all the way from up to top to bottom, and the values for this other part of the table normally have the number 8 here appears only twice. We have 8 and 8, and 9 appears 3 times, 11 appears 3 times, 13 appears 3 times, 16 appears 3 times, 20 appears 3 times, 21 appears twice. That tells you something. The first number here in this list here, the first number appears twice, the last number appears twice, every other number appears thrice. Okay? And these figures here for every class are written such that it begins with 0, ends with 0. The two numbers between there, the second, the third, they are the heights of that particular class we had in the table that we began with. Same thing for this, the same thing. And therefore, if you present the data that way, you'll just click insert upon selecting, and you'll be able to develop a histogram. And therefore, let's go to that. Select the table now. We have the table, so select it. This is the table here. We select it, and how do you select that? You can click this particular cell and pull this particular direction until every part of the table is selected. This 21 and this part for the dummy. Go to insert, click insert, move straight until where you find area. Ensure that for the office that you're using, you can locate those parts. Area for every office would have insert, and just look for area under insert. Under area, look for 2D area. Look for 2D area. I think there's another option for 3D. We are using 2D area, so use that one and click. Once you click, the chart will display as this one here. They are not actual bars, but they are supposed to be bars. What I mean by bars is rectangular in shape. This one look some interesting shape there. They should be rectangle. And so we're now going to continue until we change everything until it looks like an actual histogram. Therefore, at that point, to obtain rectangular bar, select the x-axis as shown here and right click. Okay, you select the x-axis. The x-axis this. You just click any point along that area there, and if it's selected, you see these small circles appearing at those 4 points there. If it's selected that way, right click. When you right click, there's a small window that'll open there. Go to the last option. The last option is the format axis, so go up to that, and having done that, set the axis type as date axis. Ensure it is date axis because there are other options. This is the window that will appear when you right click the format axis. So we'll have axis type automatically selected, select based on data, text axis, and blah blah blah. We are going to have to select date axis. When you select that, it will turn to be rectangular even before you close. Anyway, you need to close. You select that, close, so that this window goes away, and therefore the bars should display this particular way. It already looks like a histogram, although there's one more thing we need to do to make it an actual histogram. And now at this point, we're going to remove the dummy. All right, now select the dummy, and then we want now to change the chart type to line graph, so that we remove the dummy. So at this point, we just select the dummy. Again, as I said, if you just click this point, the 4 circles will appear to show you that you have selected that one, right? Then click design. All right, click design on yes, and design is next to after view on this side here, on this list, after home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, view. I think there's layout, there's design, there's format. So click that, and then you will see change chart type. Click that one there. Selected that, it will take you to this particular window which will open. Now click line, and you can click any of these ones here. I believe you can click any of this. I'm not very sure of the last ones there, so you can try and see if it works, but I've selected this one. Then again click OK, and having done that, you will have kind of finished working with the dummy. At this point now, we don't need the key, so select it to delete as shown here. Just select it. When it's selected, you'll see this kind of display which shows that you've selected. So once you've selected, delete so that it goes away. So the chart will look like this. It's already a histogram. Few things that need to be done to improve it, to make it perfect the way we normally use it in schools. We need to remove these grid lines, the horizontal lines. We also maybe need to label the x-axis and the y-axis. We also need to remove this color. You see these blues and these are the colors. We just need to have just black and white histogram. And therefore, as we do that, let's do the following. To add axis titles, just select the chart, ensure the chart is selected. Then you go to layout and then select axis titles. You see, when you select the chart, these 3 options appear here: design, layout, and format. So you click layout. That layout will display all of these others here. And having displayed that, go to axis titles. Okay, it'll give you, I think, some options. You can select the one that has shows you that you'll have selected you'll have the titles. So select that particular one and appear. It will display as shown here, edit appropriately, putting frequency density and UTCL. So having selected that, they'll appear like this, but now you can just edit the axis title here. This one here needs to be aperture class limit, so ensure that it's that particular way. All right, when it's that particular way, you now can go to the next one here and edit appropriately, so that now we have aperture class limits on the x-axis and the frequency density for the y-axis. Now edit the bars by clicking format, then follow there. This is what I mean. We want to remove the colors here, so that it's just a black and white histogram. So click any, and then you go to format. You'll have an option of formatting that particular shape. The shape is the rectangle there, so you can remove the fill. Click the fill, then you'll have some options there. Click the first one. The first one is no fill, so that the color goes away. Again, you can click the same way. Also go to shape outline, this shape outlining, and then maybe we need to have it black and white, so let's have it black this time. So you click shape outline, go to black, so that it displays a line like that, like drawing a nice rectangle there. And you do that for all classes. This is the only class I've used to explain. Do the same for this other one, for the other one, for the other one, all of them, as long as you have as many classes as you have there. And that you will have this particular shape. So removing the colors and editing the outlines, it will look something like this. One more thing before we finish, we need to remove the grid lines. So to remove the grid lines, this is what you do. Go to layout again, over there, go to grid lines. Grid lines is this one here. Okay, so select primary horizontal, because the only ones we have here is primary horizontal. You need to remove them, so click them, and then there's an option for none and that others. So just, we don't need to have them, so you can click none and it goes away, and you'll have your histogram. It will appear something like this, and now you can use it for whatever purpose you designed it for. I hope that's helpful. Please like, subscribe, share. Thank you.